Picture this. You're somewhere way up in the Rockies, right where the pavement just gives up. Colorado backcountry. Gravel crunches under your boots, the forest swallows the road whole, and all you can see ahead is a ribbon of dirt that snakes straight into nowhere. Most bikes would have you hesitating, maybe chewing your lip a little. The 2025 KTM 890 Adventure R, it dares you. Twist and go, baby. Hey, good to have you back at Motometrics. So this machine right here, the 2025 KTM 890 Adventure R, has been eating up forum threads and group chats like nothing else this season. And honestly, I get it. We're diving into the whole enchilada. The motor, the way it handles the rough stuff, the gizmos, what KTM actually bothered to change for 25. Spoiler, it's more than decals. And whether dropping nearly 16 grand, $15,799 to be exact, actually makes sense. Oh, and stick with me till the finish line, because there's a little nugget about this bike's future that most of the YouTube circuit has either missed or just glossed right over, shall we? So what is this thing, really? Because when KTM slaps an R on the tail, they aren't playing games. The standard 890 Adventure, it's a sweet all-around machine. But the R model, different beast. It's the sort of bike for folks who spot a rusty private property sign and immediately think, bet there's some killer single track behind that fence. It is, without a doubt, KTM's most unapologetic mid-weight dirt weapon, and the 2025 iteration rolls up ready to throw down. New stuff for this year. First thing that slaps you in the face is the graphics package. I mean, wow! White, orange, electric blue, straight-up Dakar rally vibes, pulled right from the factory race team's playbook. But here's the kicker. It's not just a fancy paint job they'll charge you extra for. The graphics use in-mold tech. They're literally baked right into the plastic body panels. That's huge. 50 miles of bashing through overgrown brush, and your bike still won't look like a sunburned tourist peeling after a day at the beach. The bodywork itself borrows heavily from the 450 Rally. Yeah, the bike that's been absolutely wrecking the competition down in the dunes. Low-profile windshield, high-mounted front fender, and these Rally-inspired side panels that give you tons of room to move around when you're up on the pegs. And believe me, you'll be standing up. A lot. Now, let's talk about the heart of this animal, because the mill in the 890R is something else. Tucked inside that frame, you've got an 889cc parallel twin, liquid-cooled, DOHC, sporting dual balancer shafts to keep things from rattling your fillings out. It's pushing 104 horsepower and 74 pound-feet of torque. In the middleweight adventure category, those figures aren't just respectable, they're thumping. What makes it special, though, isn't just the peak numbers, it's the spread. This engine pulls clean from right off idle, all the way to the upper revs without ever feeling like it's gasping. You're doing 70 on the interstate? Smooth. Creeping over babyhead rocks at walking speed? No drama. The Dell'Orto throttle bodies with the integrated knock sensor keep things crisp, and the Pask slipper clutch, man, that thing butters your shifts, whether you're banging down through the gears or chasing the horizon. 6 speeds, chain final drive. Want to go full hooligan? The Quick Shifter Plus is an option. Clutchless up and down. Because apparently, using your left hand is, too much work? I kid. Okay, moment of truth. This is where the 890 Adventure R puts serious daylight between itself and just about everything else in the class. The suspension. It's the sort of thing you don't fully appreciate until you've actually thrown a leg over one and gotten it dirty. Up front, a fully adjustable WP XPLOR 48mm inverted fork. Out back, a WP XPLOR PDS monoshock. And the travel, get this, 240 millimeters at both ends. That's 9.4 inches of squish. To put it in perspective, we're talking suspension components that trace their lineage directly back to KTM's Dakar race bikes. Compression, rebound, preload, you can tweak all of it yourself. No laptop, no dealership visit. Dial it soft to munch highway miles, then stiffen the whole setup for gnarly enduro-style abuse. It's brilliant. Wheels, 21-inch front, 18-inch rear, spoked tubeless aluminum rims wrapped from the factory in Mitos Enduro trail rubber. That big front hoop, that's the special sauce. It rolls over roots, ledges, loose shale, stuff that would have a 19-inch front wheel chattering and deflecting with a planted, almost cocky confidence. The standard 890 simply can't match this vibe. Stopping power? Dual 320mm Brembo discs with radial-mounted 4-piston calipers biting the front and a 260mm disc at the rear. The ABS brain, a 9.3 MP modulator, gets clever when you switch into off-road or rally mode. Front ABS intervention backs off, rear ABS switches completely off. So yeah, you can back the thing into corners, roosting like a madman. This isn't some neutered, lawyer-approved off-road mode. KTM actually figured you know how to ride. Electronics time. And there's a real-deal upgrade for 2025 that's worth mentioning. The connectivity unit is now standard. No more paying extra. You get the 5-inch TFT dash, glare-resistant, mineral glass, readable even when the sun is trying to melt your helmet. And through the KTMConnect app and Bluetooth, it pipes in turn-by-turn nav, music, call alerts, all right there. Ride modes: street, off-road, and rain come baked in. Optional rally mode available if you want to get spicy. Traction control is managed by a 6D inertial measurement unit. It doesn't just babysit rear tire slip, it reins in wheelies under hard acceleration if that's your thing. Motor slip regulation, optional, helps smooth out engine braking on descents. And there's a demo mode that unlocks the full electronics suite for the first 930 miles. Then you decide if you want to buy the package permanently. That, my friends, is devilishly clever marketing, because once you've had wheelie control and the rest, you're not going back to vanilla. Trust me. Some quick stats. Ground clearance, 10.35 inches. Seat height, a towering 34.6 inches. Yeah, it's tall. It's a proper off-road bike. What did you expect? Fuel capacity, 5.3 gallons. Depending on how much you're wringing its neck, that's good for somewhere between 200 and 250 miles between fill-ups. Dry weight, 441 pounds. Not featherweight, I know, but when you tally up the suspension, the engine, the beefy frame, it's totally on par for this segment. Warranty: KTM doubled it for 2025, a full 24-month manufacturer warranty, up from just 12 months. That matters a lot, especially when you're planning to be miles from anything, deep in the boonies where the closest dealer is a half-day's ride away. Price tag: MSRP is $15,799 plus about $750 destination. So out the door, you're hovering near $16,500 before tax, title, and the inevitable farkling. Stack it against the BMW F850 GS Adventure, the Triumph Tiger 900 Rally Pro, or the Ducati Multistrada V2, and the KTM doesn't just compete. In terms of pure, unadulterated off-road chops, I'd argue it flat-out humiliates them. So, who's this bike for then? Honestly, if your tires see more asphalt than dirt, you might be happier on the standard 890 Adventure. But if your perfect weekend means chasing GPS tracks that turn into dashed lines and then disappear entirely, if you want a bike that'll genuinely go where other adventure bikes just pretend, then the 890 Adventure R is your huckleberry. It's not a plush 10-hour freeway sofa. It never tried to be. What it is the single most capable mid-weight adventure bike money can buy right now without jumping to a dedicated enduro machine. And oh yeah, that thing I promised at the start. Word on the street, and from some whispers inside the industry, is that KTM already has the 2026 890 Adventure R in development. Early murmurs point to some pretty significant platform changes coming down the pipe. So if you've been fence-sitting on the 2025, the window might be closing faster than you think. Whether that means buy now or hold off, man, that's a whole other debate for another day. If you dug this deep dive, straight specs, honest talk, no padding, hit that video on your screen. The next one's loaded up for you. Catch you there.